shall, if possible, be referred to the President of the Senate before commencement of the day's sitting, and the President of the Senate shall refuse to allow the claim unless he is satisfied that the matter is definite and urgent. Order 52, notice shall not be dispensed with in the case of a motion or in respect of any other proceeding for which notice is required except with the consent of the President of the Senate and the general assent of the senators present. With your kind permission, with the permission of this Senate, I would like to take this motion.
Just according to our rules, we need a leave
to make laws and act through the committee system. I have observed, therefore, that the combined effect of Section 58 and 59, 81, 82, 83 of the Constitution and Order 81, 82, 83, and especially Order 92 of the Senate Standing Orders, and how they have circumscribed the exercise of the powers of the National Assembly and its committee in the process of lawmaking. The Senate observes that by the provisions of the Constitution and the Standing Orders, unless a bill is passed through first, second, and third readings, such bills cannot be said to be validly passed into law. Again, the Senate observes that by the provisions of Order 79 and 96 of the Senate Standing Rules, unless a budget is presented as a bill and passed by the National Assembly through first, second, and third readings, no agency of government can spend out of the public purse. The Senate acknowledges that the Senate procedure of referral of bills for appropriation for the committees with oversight jurisdiction on a subject matter is consistent with the Constitution and the Standing Order of the Senate. The Senate further observes that only the various chambers of the National Assembly and not the committees can validly pass a bill, including a money bill, into law, and the committees are only there to advise the plenary on issues that may be referred to them from time to time by the plenary. I'm convinced that the relationship between the committees and the Senate is that of an agent and the principal, and that the agent cannot do without, what the principal has not given it power to do. Furthermore, the powers of the committees to whom appropriation duties have been referred to can only advise the Senate by its report, and until the Senate in plenary considers and passes such bill. Such bill cannot be acted upon by any agency, nor can it be regarded as conferring any form of authority to act as law. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I would like to go to the specific now. You will recall that 7 months ago, the budget of the Nigerian Ports Authority was presented to this Senate. And since then, the committee swung into action, and very serious observations were raised at the committee level. One of such was that NPA recorded a gross revenue of 303 billion naira. Meanwhile, its expenditure for that year was 125 billion naira. Therefore, there was 177 billion naira operating surplus that was recorded by Nigerian Ports Authority. Not a single dime was reported to have been remitted either to the Consolidated Revenue Fund or to the General Reserve Fund. We made these fundamental observations. I raised this with the management of Ports Authority. Till today, 6 months, we have not had anything from Ports Authority. So the question is, where is this 177 billion? It has not been reported. 7 months after, we have not heard from the committee, we have not heard from the management. And I think this singular prayer is that this Senate should look into the matter and get to the root cause and let Nigerians and this Senate know what's going on with the Ports Authority budget. Thank you very much. Clear. The issues raised at the committee level were very, very fundamental. And I think there's nobody disputing that. What we are saying is that there is an operating surplus of 177 billion naira, and the committee has raised this concern with the management of the Nigerian Ports Authority. This management appeared before this committee 6 months ago. 6 months ago. We've not heard from this committee. Where is this 177 billion naira? It's not about the process. What we are now saying is, let the management of Ports Authority respond to those queries. And for how long will that take? And I think the committee should be up and doing. This is what I'm saying.
All right, distinguished